It started out as a warm, peaceful summer day. Joe was lying in the green grass daydreaming about brontosaurus burgers while Mac was away hunting for dinosaurs. Hungry and relaxed, Joe returns to the village. But wait! Where are all the cave women? And where is all the food? That bogus bunch of Neanderthal nerds must have kidnapped the cave women and eaten the food, even though you wouldn't know it by looking at the opening sequence. With no time to lose, Joe must single-handedly rescue the beloved cave women and find some dinner along the way. This is Joe and Mac from Elite Systems Limited and Data East, released in 1992, also known as Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja in Europe, which is weird because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is not known as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Europe. It's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. This is probably the only game I'm aware of that was released in Europe that actually left ninja in the title. And if these are ninjas, we have nothing to fear from ninjas. Let me tell you that, viewers. I do not care for this game. I really don't. The controls are weird. I just don't think it's a good game. The Super Nintendo one, I think, was slightly better. I'm sure the arcade one was probably pretty good, but I do not like this port, I should say. Also known as Joe and Mac Caveman Combat, 1991 platform game released for the arcades by Data East. It was later adapted for the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive Genesis, the NES, the Game Boy, the Amiga, and the PC. Game stars green-haired Joe and blue-haired Mac, cavemen who battle through numerous prehistoric levels using weapons such as boomerangs, bones, fire flints, electricity, stone wheels, and clubs. The objective of the game is to rescue a group of girls who were kidnapped by a rival tribe of cavemen. The game featured a health system by which the player loses health over a period of time apart from in boss battles. Two-player mode is available in which both players could hurt each other. Oh no. The original arcade version had the distinction of allowing the player to select between different routes at the end of a boss battle. Also, after defeating the final boss, the player can choose between 3 exits, each one leading to a slightly different ending sequence. The game was ported to many systems, many of which dropped the Caveman Ninja name and simply referred to the game as Joe and Mac. Good decision. Some of the final levels were excluded from the Amiga version, while the MS-DOS port is the most accurate home version. The Mega Drive Genesis version follows the arcade in accuracy, only with minor downgrades in graphics and sound, resulting in the most accurate console version. The Super Nintendo version is a reworked game which features an overworld map used to choose a level, unlike all the other versions, which were longer, plus some bonus stages, either in the levels or out on the world map. Some of the weapons are missing and can no longer be charged up. The final boss is also different, and there's only one ending. The NES and Game Boy versions are much downgraded and lack the option of choosing levels. A Zeebo version, whatever that is, was announced with a release date sometime in 2010. Golgoth Studios is currently working on an HD remake for the Xbox Live Arcade, PSN, and PC. Because that's what we need. Right. The game was followed by various sequels. The Japanese version of the SNES game Congo's Caper was presented as a sequel called Take Genshijin 2 Ruki no Boken, and featured a new protagonist. The title duo would later return in Joe and Mac 2 Lost in the Tropics, which added light role-playing aspects to the series. An arcade sequel titled Joe and Mac Returns eschewed the scrolling action of the original games in favor of gameplay similar to another Data East series, Tumble Pop. Yeah, I'm not a Joe and Mac fan. Have never been, never will be. I think there's better side-scrolling platformers, but not in the realm of... If I wanted to play like a dinosaur-y, caveman-y kind of, I want to play Adventure Island, because that's just better. Yeah.